The power of touch, awakening her deepest desires. Words can be ignored, but a well-placed touch speaks directly to her instincts. A soft graze along her wrist, the subtle pressure of your hand on the small of her back, or the brief yet deliberate brush against her thigh. These aren't just accidental gestures. They bypass her rational mind and ignite something primal, something she can't control. Science has proven that physical touch releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone that creates trust, security, and most importantly, desire. It's why a woman might be undecided about a man, yet the moment he touches her in just the right way, her thoughts start to shift. She stops analyzing and starts feeling. But here's the secret. It's not about constant touch, it's about precision. A confident man knows how to use touch like a slow-burning fuse, teasing her senses, building anticipation, and making her crave more. He doesn't rush, he doesn't overdo it. He lets his touch linger just long enough to leave an imprint on her mind, making her body respond before her thoughts can catch up. That's the kind of touch that makes a woman melt, without a single word spoken. The forbidden effect. Desire thrives on scarcity. If the power of touch is what ignites a woman's senses, then scarcity is what keeps the fire burning. Women aren't just drawn to what feels good, they crave what feels just out of reach. The harder something is to attain, the more irresistible it becomes. Think about it. A man who is always available, always eager, and too easy to predict quickly loses his allure. She might appreciate his attention, but she won't desire it. True attraction isn't about chasing, it's about creating tension. The moment a woman senses that a man is slightly unpredictable, slightly elusive, she starts thinking about him more. She starts wondering where he is, who he's with, and why he isn't already hers. This isn't about playing games, it's about having a life so full and purposeful that you naturally become a prize. A man who doesn't immediately drop everything for a woman signals that he has options, that he is valuable, and value attracts. A woman may be drawn in by a man's touch, but if she feels like she's already won him over without effort, that spark fades. However, if she senses there's still more of him to unravel, more layers to uncover, her fascination turns into obsession. The key is to be present but not predictable, interested but not desperate, engaging but never fully conquered. A man who understands this doesn't just capture a woman's attention, he lingers in her mind, making her crave what she can never fully hold. The thrill of drama, emotional highs keep her hooked. A woman may chase what she can't have, but she stays for what she can't predict. It's emotional contrast that makes that desire addictive. I feel something when she's with him. Comfort is nice, but too much stability breeds boredom. If a man becomes predictable, she stops craving him. But if he knows how to stir her emotions to create moments of intensity mixed with playfulness, she finds herself unable to look away. This is why women are drawn to men who keep them on their toes, the ones who make them laugh one moment and leave them longing the next. It's not about causing unnecessary drama, but about understanding that a relationship without emotional highs and lows is like a song without melody, flat and forgettable. Psychologists have proven that dopamine spikes when emotions fluctuate, making experiences feel more intense and memorable. That's why a woman becomes addicted to a man who can excite her, challenge her, and surprise her. The thrill of uncertainty keeps her engaged. A man who is too easy to read, too available, or too predictable may be comforting, but he doesn't spark that deep, primal attraction. However, a man who balances warmth with mystery, affection with challenge, and certainty with a touch of unpredictability creates a relationship that feels alive. He's not just another man in her life, he's an experience she can't get enough of. The power of a man's voice, commanding attraction without a word. Before a woman falls for a man's touch, before she's drawn in by the thrill of unpredictability, there's something even more primal that captivates her: the way he speaks. A deep, slow, and controlled voice isn't just pleasant to hear, it's a signal of dominance, confidence, and unshakable presence. Women are wired to respond to certainty, and nothing communicates certainty like a man who speaks as if every word matters. A rushed, anxious tone betrays insecurity. A hesitant voice signals doubt. But a man who speaks with calm authority, who takes his time, commands attention without even trying. Science backs this up. A study from the University of Aberdeen found that women are instinctively more attracted to men with lower-pitched voices, associating them with strength and leadership. It's why a man who knows how to control his voice can instantly shift the dynamic in any interaction. But the real secret? Silence is just as powerful as speech. A well-placed pause, a moment of stillness before responding, it builds anticipation. It makes her hang on to every word. This is the power of presence, the ability to influence without needing to demand. A man who understands this doesn't need to raise his voice to be heard. He doesn't need to shout to make an impact. He simply speaks with purpose, with precision, and with the quiet authority of a man who knows exactly who he is. And that, more than anything, is what makes a woman lean in closer, without even realizing why. The jealousy effect. Why women want the man everyone wants. A woman's attraction isn't just about what she desires, it's about what others desire too. She doesn't just want a great man. She wants a man that other women want. This is the power of social proof. When a man is admired, desired, and pursued by other women, he instantly becomes more valuable in her eyes. It's an unconscious instinct. If others see his worth, she must not overlook it. This is why women are drawn to celebrities, athletes, and powerful men, not just because of their status, but because they are surrounded by competition. On the other hand, a man who focuses all his energy on one woman, making it clear she's his only option, unknowingly lowers his perceived value. No options, no challenge. No challenge, no excitement. He may think he's proving loyalty, but in reality, he's signaling scarcity, making her question whether he's truly desirable. But when a man is subtly in demand, when other women show interest in him, when he's confident enough not to seek validation, he triggers something powerful, the fear of loss. Suddenly she sees him differently. She becomes more attentive, more invested, more eager to secure his affection before someone else does. This isn't about manipulation, it's about understanding how attraction works at a psychological level. A high-value man doesn't chase, he doesn't beg for attention. Instead, he naturally draws people in, creating an aura of desirability that makes a woman want to claim him before it's too late. The sweet spot of tension, why holding back makes her want more. Desire isn't born from certainty. It thrives in the unknown. A woman isn't drawn to what's handed to her. She's captivated by what she has to reach for. Most men make the mistake of eliminating all mystery too soon. They confess their feelings early, shower her with attention, and rush into commitment, thinking this will secure her affection. But attraction doesn't work that way. What's easily gained is easily forgotten. A woman needs time to wonder, to anticipate, to crave. The moments of unpredictability, the pauses between words, the space between meetings, this is where tension builds. A man who understands this doesn't rush to fill every silence or remove every doubt. Instead, he lets curiosity grow. Think about the most intoxicating romances, the ones that consume the mind. It's the waiting, the push and pull, the thrilling uncertainty that makes them unforgettable. A man who flirts with the unknown, who allows a connection to unfold naturally, doesn't just spark attraction, he creates obsession. And the result? She isn't just interested, she's addicted. Every glance, every delay, every lingering moment pulls her in deeper. Because true desire isn't about instant gratification, it's about the slow, intoxicating burn of something just out of reach. The mystery effect, the man she can't quite figure out. A woman doesn't fall for a man, she falls for the version of him she creates in her mind. And the less she knows, the more her imagination fills in the blanks. Most men try too hard to prove themselves. They lay everything out. Every thought, every intention, every detail, believing this will make her feel closer. But attraction isn't built on full disclosure. It thrives in the unknown. Think about the men who linger in a woman's thoughts long after they've left the room. They aren't the ones who explain everything. They're the ones who leave her wondering. The ones who answer questions with a smirk instead of a sentence. The ones whose words suggest more than they reveal. A man who understands this never rushes to be understood. He lets her curiosity work in his favor, leaving just enough mystery to make her think about him when he's not around. And that's where the magic happens, because when a woman starts imagining who you are, she isn't just interested, she's enchanted. The greatest desire isn't for what we see clearly, it's for what we're still trying to figure out. The command effect, the magnetic pull of a decisive man. Nothing is more attractive to a woman than a man who knows exactly what he wants and takes action without hesitation. While some men tiptoe around decisions, constantly seeking approval, the ones who stand out are those who move with confidence, who lead, not follow. A man who asks, "What do you want to do?" at every turn unknowingly weakens his presence. He may think he's being thoughtful, but in reality, he's signaling uncertainty. And nothing dulls attraction faster than a man who hesitates. On the other hand, a man who guides with authority effortlessly commands a woman's attention. He doesn't fumble for permission or wait for validation. Instead, he says, "We're going here. Try this. Follow me." His certainty creates a gravitational pull, making her feel safe, allowing her to surrender to the moment. Women aren't drawn to men who need to be led. They crave those who know the way and take them there. True confidence isn't loud or forceful. It's steady, assured, and unshakable. And when a man embodies this, she doesn't just want to follow, she feels compelled to. The emotional addiction, the thrill she can't quit. Attraction isn't logical, it's addictive. A woman doesn't fall for a man because he checks all the right boxes. She falls because he makes her feel something. And the strongest addiction? The rush of unpredictable, intense emotions. Excitement, uncertainty, challenge. These aren't just passing feelings. They're the foundation of deep attraction. A man who keeps a woman emotionally engaged, one moment teasing, the next pulling away, creates a roller coaster effect. And like any thrill ride, once she's experienced it, she craves more. Think about the movies and novels women obsess over. They rarely center around a predictable, overly nice guy who never stirs emotions. Instead, they feature the enigmatic man, the one who excites, frustrates, and fascinates all at once. The character who disappears, then returns with fire in his eyes. The one who challenges the heroine, makes her feel deeply, and never lets the story go stale. Or consider real life. Why do women find themselves endlessly thinking about the man who once left them breathless with laughter, then later left them wondering where he was? It's not about playing games. It's about creating moments that ignite an emotional high. Boredom is the death of desire. But a man who sparks adrenaline, curiosity, and passion, he becomes a habit she can't break, a high she keeps chasing. The submission instinct. When she can't resist his presence. A woman may appear strong, independent, and in control, but deep inside, her instincts crave a man she can surrender to. Not out of weakness, but because true submission is built on trust, respect, and undeniable attraction. And a man who masters the 9 principles before this one, he becomes the man she chooses to follow. It starts with his touch, deliberate, confident, bypassing logic, and speaking directly to her primal desires. He is not easily won over, and she knows it. The more distant and unpredictable he is, the more she craves his attention. He never hands himself over too easily, always leaving her guessing, fueling the emotional highs and lows that keep her hooked. His voice alone commands her attention, deep, steady, and controlled, making her lean in, eager for every word. And while she might never admit it, jealousy sharpens her desire. Seeing other women admire him only reinforces his value, making her fight to stand out. But the true magic lies in the way he maintains tension. He never rushes, never confesses too soon, never eliminates mystery. Instead, he leaves room for her imagination to build a fantasy around him, filling in the gaps with idealized images that make him even more irresistible. His leadership is undeniable. He doesn't seek approval or hesitate. He takes charge, moves with purpose, and creates a sense of security that allows her to fully embrace her femininity. The emotional roller coaster he crafts, thrill, surprise, challenge, becomes an addiction she can't escape. And then the final piece falls into place. A man who embodies all of this doesn't need to ask for submission. It happens naturally. She follows not because she has to, but because she wants to. Her walls crumble, her resistance fades, and she surrenders, not to just any man, but to the one strong enough to truly handle her. She doesn't just admire him, she belongs to him, not because he demands it, but because he has awakened something deep within her, a desire to surrender, not out of obligation, but out of irresistible attraction. In his presence, she feels safe, desired, and completely alive. And once she's tasted that feeling, there's no turning back. Now that you understand the hidden forces that drive a woman's deepest desires, It's time to put them into action. Don't just listen. Apply what you've learned and watch the difference unfold. Confidence, mystery, and control aren't just theories. They're tools that will set you apart. Start now and become the man she can't resist. Thank you for listening. Stay sharp, stay aware, and always stay ahead.